I actually know someone. So it was one of my sister-in-law's coworkers. She does project management like in pharmaceuticals. And at her old employer, I guess you have to do your like reviews or whatever. And people were like chatting about one particular person. Apparently this woman who had her own degrees or a career or whatever, but her husband was like very, very rich, right? Did very well. She didn't want to, she didn't have to work, but she chose to work because she'd been in school all of these years and, she wanted to do something, and they were like, oh, well, maybe she don't really need a raise because her husband. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That's kind of really fucked up, but I'm not gonna lie, it makes sense.
That's what I don't be telling nobody.
No, but it's not their business, though.
It's not their business, and
Thank you.
I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying like
I'm crying broke every day. Erin, that's that's why I ain't got no money. I cry broke all the time. I'm telling you, like, because people will count your pockets and they don't really know what else is going on in your life, what else you contributing to, what else you paying for, what other obligations you have. So granted, like, he probably did well, had no problem, like, probably didn't even need her to work. But I don't think that's fair to
assume.
If she's been performing, why would you not
give her the raise? Yeah.
Yeah, she does. I mean, I do think that she does deserve her worth. I mean, but you know
what?
Yeah.
Joseph over there might got 3 kids, and
like Joseph should probably work a little harder.
No, he getting a raise. He just need a little extra. We're gonna take
probably do something strange.
For some change.
Hey, y'all said change. I'm just.
Well, I hope he ain't doing nothing strange for free.
Right?
Joseph really down bad.
Super down bad, right?
That's bad. My boy Joe, we got to get it together.
But you know what's funny? I promise, until my sister-in-law told me about that situation, I never thought about it. While I am in general a very like private person with, in general, I never thought like that people will be counting your pockets like that and not give you a raise that you're essentially entitled to, especially if you're a performer. Like, come on now. If I'm keeping this team together, or I know you need me here, like, you need to run me my money.
Just the simple fact that I earned it, right? Like, I believe in all earnings, should be paid accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's my one thing I can't get with when it comes to a lot of jobs, that they're not performance-based. Like, if somebody over here is excelling at the same job as somebody over there, but they're getting paid relatively close, that's why I was like, yeah, I can't work. Because I know.
Rico said, I done sold 17 more iPhones.
Yeah.
Than Jill over there. And
Jill's got.
Right. And Brad.
And I'm only like 50 cents higher than her. Oh, hell no. Nah, but and that was the thing. I mean,
it makes you want to not take your job seriously. Like, I don't give a fuck how much phones I sell today.
That part.
And that's what happened, right? So I was like, I don't get what my 15s became 45s. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, well, this is what it is, But I just think that if you earn something, you have the right to get what your worth is. And I feel like if you're not earning it, if you're doing the bare minimum, you should, like, the bare minimum and the
bottom, like the floor of the salary.
Yeah, they should not be the same, just because of the position.
Hey man, I always tell people, because I in corporate America, I learned my lesson. Like, the only reward for working hard is more work.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, like, it was like my first job, like my first like corporate job out of law school. And like, it was really like where like my proofing ground, where I really like learned my trade. And I was like, okay, sure, give me the work, because I want the exposure. Because I want the exposure, I want the opportunity to like grow, I want the opportunity to shine. But then when you start being like the person who always comes through, who always performs, and like high performance is your norm, you just get more work.
And the same pay. Yeah, that's what I can't do.
And I'll say this, like, I was in a good position. Like, I think I was at the company for like 5 years, and I caught them at a time where they needed me. And that's when I asked for my money, and I got exactly what I wanted, you know? So like Alan said, stay hot, you know, stay relevant, you know, but you have to figure out like really how to manage expectations. And for a while I was always coming through for people, always a top performer, always like the overachiever, because I've always been an overachiever, you know? But I didn't see the payout from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was problematic.
You wasn't overpaid.
Yeah, like I was like, and I was like, I'm trying to buy a house. I think maybe at one point I like stayed. I think at one point I was staying with my dad, and then my dad got rid of his house and like moved like out, like further outside the city. And then I was like, I stayed with my mom, saved my little coins, got my house or whatever. But like, I'm like, I can't allow these people to like underpay me when I'm clearly like hands down, like clearly the top performer. Because if this is what you paying me, I'm just gonna come in and do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not get fired.
Yep.
You know. So long story short, like it's unfortunate, but many, and I'll say most, actually, I would say most companies reward you with more work.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if your salary, like if you work in sales, it's great because that's how it, because you get a portion of your sales. If you work in development, any of that, you gon', because you get rewarded for it. And mind you, being a lawyer, like I support sales, I support the business, I support all these functions. So I know, like when people are like sales, I'm like, oh, just put this through. I'm like, no, friend, that's a liability to the company. They don't care. They want their money.
Yep.
And that's why they doing it, because they want their money. And I get it. Yeah, and I get it. But so, man, shout out to y'all young kids. I don't know what y'all be doing these days for jobs and stuff, but
they gotta
take a lesson.
You gotta cut the lawyer.
Take a lesson. It's more money.
Cut the lawyer a check. Get the deal done.
No, and they started like shooting me like little tickets here, or because if you work in sales, you get stuff. Yeah. You're like, oh, Erin, I got tickets to the such and such. You want this? Or I got some bottles of wine. You want? They started understanding if you're not ponying up, your shit. No, your priority is gonna be down here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my friend. So I think like the way this correlates to relationships is that a lot of times if you come into a space with somebody and you're already a top performer, it kind of leaves like not enough room for growth or for you to like show off like you doing like incrementally more, So if you come in doing X, Y, and Z, like what's left?
And they expect it too, because they expect you to stay at an XYZ level.
Yeah.
And then when they can't see that you're still growing, and they're getting comfortable while they're just abusing your X, Y, and Z.
It's abusing?
It's abusing.
How's it abusing?
Because I feel like
it's unappreciated more so.
No, I feel like if you're doing X, Y, and Z, you have to do less. You get to do less. And you stay right there and you don't want to do more because this person's always going to do more of the work. That's going to be that person's job. You expect
They'll never
that person.
recognize more because there's nothing after Z.
So that was the point that I was.
Yeah. Well, one thing I learned.
Not even A, B, and C.
But they'll recognize when you do less than Z. So when they see that, you're not going above and beyond, and you're just like stagnant, and you're like, okay, well, they don't appreciate me if I keep going, or I'm trying to hit that mark, so I'm just chilling now. They're gonna recognize that. They'll probably even talk to you a little bit, send an email or whatever, and they're gonna try to diminish your X, Y, and Z because now you're X, Y.
But your X, Y, and Z was okay. I get what you mean.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
Yeah, because that's definitely happened to me at a job before.
We're talking about relationships.
I
was talking about a job.
Right. I hope y'all caught that.
I was talking about a job.
Man, I'm like, my girl never emailed me.
I don't be emailing nobody. It's sorry.
Well, I do.
Can we equate this in this way? What if you have a partner that is very ambitious and then you've already reached your goal of where you want to be? So like
I think it's different, but I like it.
Yeah.
So can I use you? Like say if no, I won't use you. I won't use.
Use Rico.
Okay, I'll use
Amanda.
You can use me.
I'll use Amanda.
Amanda.
All right. So say you're doing the your baking company, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So say, what's so funny about that?
Why does he have to like pause?
You think I want to talk shit? That's why.
You're like, what about it, nigga? Like,
I'm always on your side.
Continue.
But say you're doing your baking company, and it takes a lot of ambition to keep that going, right? But your boyfriend,
Whatever. It
Okay.
doesn't matter.
The person.
your person has already has their career, right? So like that's their career, and like, what's so funny? Am I saying something wrong?
and he's getting paid.
Okay, your person
He's
already
making
has their
200.
career, and they're getting paid like something crazy. Say it's 3 times what you make, right?
Okay.
So now
Let's say 3.
we'll say 3. We'll say it's like she's making money. She ain't broke.
I ain't gonna lie, like them cakes be high.
I actually need.
I've actually seen how much those fancy cakes
Yes, they
cost.
should.
Wait, we'll talk about that after.
So
this.
what I'm saying is like
Oh, they high.
you have to be super ambitious because you're trying to get to your dreams and your goals, but because he or that person is already where they want to be, and there's no further they can go in that company, and they're content with that. So like your
Is there
ambition,
no further, or are they just content?
we'll say they're content about that,
Okay.
but they're
Because-
like it's also 3 times as much as you make. It's good money, but they're just
So
content.
they cool.
They're cool. I mean, they can do more, and they strive to do more, but it's not. You don't share the same ambition because you're just out there constantly trying to get it. But they're already where they want to be.
Problematic.
So when you're already where you want to be, and you need to spend long nights and early mornings, and they're just like regular 9-to-5 schedule, that conflicts in a relationship. What do you do?
Does it conflict? I'm trying to find the conflict here. Erin seems to think that would be problematic, but to me, I don't think that would be problematic, because if you're that content with your life and how it's going because you're making enough money, then you should have all the time in the world to be hustling with me.
Oh, they need to join the team.
Yeah. Because me, I have my own business. I'm running my own business. You working your 9 to 5, you getting paid regardless. I have,
He still work.
no, he works, but like you get a paycheck. I have,
Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah, like I'm
still
running
paying
my
for
own
hours.
business, and I have to market myself, and I have to keep my clientele. Like I have to keep myself pushing.
So
Right.
you expect that
Stay high.
support from your
Yeah.
partner, more or less.
Yeah, if you want to be content and you're not like, pushing yourself to a higher goal, then all right, help me push.
Okay, but wait, hold on. Let's also add this, right?
Okay, we're at it.
Let's add the fact that he's content because he doesn't want to work at all. He doesn't want to do any more work. So like, not content in the sense of like my life is set. Content because he can still go forward, but he doesn't want to do extra work, right? So now, if he doesn't want to do extra work at his job, I highly doubt he wants to do extra work at another's.
Do you want a wife?
That's where the conflict happens, right? Because I do think that at some point, and desires have to be similar when it comes to a relationship in each partner. If I desire to be a billionaire, I have to have a wife that desires to be at least a millionaire.
Billionaire's white.
That's another thing, right? Or that, or that too. But let's just say, because I feel like there's a lot of times that there's people who are in relationships and somebody might be at 6 figures and maybe they're both at 6 figures, but somebody's like, I want to be a millionaire. I want more, right? And somebody's like, I don't need more. So the person that wants more can't talk to the person that doesn't need more. Or I actually said that backwards. You get what I mean? The person that needs more.
People though.
I was about to say,
The
correct.
person that needs more is conflicting with the person that doesn't want more because they don't have the same. They don't have the same.
Never getting it like that. That was too slow.
She thought that was a Dominican
Like-
fly.
The Dominican fries be kind of slow though.
Because
They don't want to hit the wall.
Look at no, they never hear
They hit the wall. You're the wearing.
Yeah.
Hey, Papi, kill me.
Yo, did you see? Wait, did y'all see the filter that has the fly on it of the roach?
Oh, and the people.
And they got trying to grab this shit.
Mm, no thanks.
I was cracking, like they was looking at the camera and this nigga like, what is going on? He started tweaking.
smacking themselves in their face.
Oh, I don't like no roaches, no.
But I wanted to say something before, right? When we were talking about the other thing, about the basically overpaid, well,
Okay.
just overworkers or overachievers,
Yeah.
versus.
Tweet and deleters. Just kidding.
I always go by this one method, and it's under promise, over deliver.
What? Yes. Yeah.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yes,
If
Lord.
I tell you I'm gonna get it to you in 2 weeks, I'm gonna get it to you in 10 days. And I knew I was gonna get it to you in 10 days, but I told you 2 weeks.
Actually, I did the work.
When can I
Hey,
get new shit?
And I sent
Yeah.
an email to deliver.
Yeah. And that's how you build trust, right? That's how you build a certain type of relationship where there's nothing that you really can't ask for, right? Or expect. Because people are like, yo, this person always come through. And not only do they always come through, they come through before they even said that they would.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of times we try to bite off more than we can chew. That's why you got guys that'll go ahead on that date that's gonna break his pockets, and he knows he can only do that maybe one time every 6 months, but he gonna try to do it the first 3 dates, and now that's the new expectation because he overpromised,
That's the
and now he's gonna
X1
underdeliver.
That's what he was saying. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But the thing is that if you start like that, like it seems like if you don't have the capacity to do more, like
Yeah.
you've extended.
Overextended.
Yeah, like you don't have any. Not. I mean, I don't want to say that you don't have anything to offer in the relationship, but I think that the person on the receiving end is gonna be like, okay, well, this is what I should expect in the situation.
yeah.
You know, and our experiences set our expectations. You know, so I think that in some cases, if you start too high, you don't show room for improvement or room for growth.
And
So you should slack.
or this is what I do. You got it.
Cool, be easy.
If you're going to do it, you have to tell them, listen, I'm probably doing this a lot now, but this is not realistic for our real relationship, right?
I
I wouldn't even
No.
even want that. Don't even tell
No,
me
I'm just
that.
saying, like,
she's
I'm
going.
but I'm saying, like, sometimes you got to
You gotta go to the Portuguese place, $33.
No, we're going to do that. But look, we're going to do that after.
Mm-mm.
No, that don't make
No, that's
they
a
don't
two
even
and three.
make
No, you got to start it with that.
Started with that.
And then go there.
Everything else is just a plus. Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this is beautiful.
Because you have to show room for growth and improvement.
But you also got to show capability of doing something too, right? So I got to show you that I'm capable of doing something, but I'm choosing not, right? So, like, I think a lot of times we don't do that. Like, if I'm like, all right, cool, listen, it's not that I can't afford this. It's just that I know that this isn't realistic for a long-term relationship, but I will experience this with you, but don't make this the bar of consistency. Like,
I think that I'd be very turned
I
off.
wouldn't do that on the first date, but I'm just
by this
saying,
line of
like,
thinking.
some dudes that do.
The audience says this on this topic. At this point, it seems appropriate to ask these women what their price is, as it appears that these kind of men are primarily interested in sex. They aren't going on dates to get to really know her. They take her on expensive date to justify why they believe they now have access to her body. Just ask her what her price is. Perhaps it isn't sharing a $500 dinner with you. The bottom line is they just want to have sex. This new generation is so transactional. It seems like many young adults don't truly value meaningful relationships based on common interest and genuine attraction.
I mean, I agree with that last part. I mean, I said that in a song in 2018.
Yeah, they're just trying to impress you for the time being. But maybe you can, unless you can really
Right.
sustain this overdoing the first date.
I mean, that sounds good, but you also have to look what they're consuming on social media, where Applebee's is too low,
Cheesecake
Factory is no
It's
good.
McDonald's now.
And now it's got to be Prime 112, or you got to buy me a Birkin. Like, you have to see what they're, you got to see like what they're consuming. It's like they
The
do this all the
societal
time.
nerve.
So what do you mean? Like $400 is probably normal for some men. I don't know why you would do that, but for some men that follow those channels that tell them, like, the women are saying, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that. So then he has to do that.
You know what? I guess I have a question. Is there a particular age group that y'all, because y'all are different age groups, but like that y'all would say that listens or takes their advice from social media rather than being like, yo, like, I like you, I want to take you on it. Like, probably what people was doing 20 years ago. Like, I like you, I'm going to take you on a date. We'll go to it ain't cheesecake, but it might be like, I don't know, fogo de chao, or like just a regular place.
Expensive too.
Yeah. Actually, I have really never liked P.F. Chang's.
Really?
Sorry.
I love the Mongolian beef at P.F. Chang's.
The only thing I've ever liked from P.F. Chang's is them little lettuce wraps. The other stuff, I just never liked it. But
Yo, the first time I had P.F. Chang's, I was like, what? Where have I? That's how I knew I was poor. I was like, what?
Wait, isn't that regular?
The only Chinese food I ever had
restaurant
had pictures that didn't have lights in it. Like,
no, it had a number. Rico was like, y'all ain't got the 77?
Yeah, like
I want the 77.
But it's a franchise.
Go to 120.
Yeah, probably, maybe, I don't know.
It probably is.
They're
It's a
everywhere.
lot. Yeah.
I'm like, what is P.F. Chang's?
It's
like not a bounty.
So like in the Westchester Mall, like there's a P.F. Chang's there, and it's actually, when you go in, it's nice. I just personally, Aaron Campbell, am not a fan of their food. No judgment, whatever. It's not like that's too cheap. I'm just, when I eat Chinese food, I prefer the person cooking it to not speak English. I'm just saying.
Mine speaks Spanish.
I'm just saying, like, I don't really like American Chinese food. Like,
They don't speak good English.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like,
Yo, the Chinese lady at the spot by my house answered the phone and said, "Get to get it."
in Spanish.
Spanish. That's how I know when you live in a minority place.
No, and that's Dominicans, the way she said it. Because there's no S on there.
Nah, she's
Definitely Dominican.
bruh, you got like Pertambo is predominantly a Latin area or community. That's just
dice, my boy.
and I remember her when I was like 8. You know what I'm saying?
She been there.
Been there.
Chinese from Jersey, y'all.
They do?
They do something.
They be like, do you want plantains with your fried rice?
And look, yeah.
Wait, Maduras with the fried rice? Wow, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious.
I actually do know people that get that from the
But
Chinese.
they got the best fried chicken though.
People get the plantains and chicken wings. That's what people get from Chinese.
Nah, bro. I bring you over to Chino's. We be alright.
Where's that? Is
That's the spot. That's the Chinese.
what they say? ¿Qué tú quieres?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and Chino.
You were listen. Wait, y'all wanna know? Wait, Rico, it's so funny, and you just confirmed it. So we were in DR a few weeks ago, and I needed like a mattress cover, right? Like the thing that covers the mattress, you put the sheets and all of that on. And so they were like, we told the lady that manages our complex, she's like, oh yeah, go to Chino. I was like, Darren, what's Chino? He's like, yeah, the.
He's man.
That's exactly what it was. We went in. It was definitely what the name implied. It was definitely what the name implied. So
It was all in one.
seriously, but yeah,
But yeah, so I didn't know that P.F. Chang's was that good. And I was like, when I had that shit, I was like, what the fuck? Like, and I ain't gonna lie, I was in Vegas. I think is it in Planet Hollywood, like that mall area?
you might have a fancy one in Vegas though.
Nah, we was drunk as hell, but we was eating it, and I was like, I've never eaten nothing like this. I was like 24. I was upset.
They would call you broke now. Like, oh, you took on the P.F. Chang's, you broke now.
Right?
Baby, I ain't gonna lie. Stop
Because Aaron likes Red Lobster.
I like Red Lobster and Olive Garden.
I would do a
Red Lobster?
I would do a Kona Grill.
Oh,
I do Kona Grill.
I don't want nobody coming for me in a comment, but I used to be like that about Red Lobster.
yo bad. Baby, them biscuits.
Yo, bad.
Everything went down in quality. Like,
Well,
literally everything.
I haven't been in a while, but like I used to love.
Yeah. First of all, that used to be my family outing. Like, whenever we went out for dinner, it was always Red Lobster. So I will never cut on Red Lobster. Like, ever in
What
my life.
about Fridays?
That used to be my personal spot. Like, that was my
Probably ran into dinner.
Fridays used to be lit. We're not gonna sit here and lie like Fridays wasn't the shit. At least out here.
That's when we
On
didn't
a
know
Thursday,
that's
they used to
why.
have in Sheepshead Bay. They used to have a DJ on Thursdays, and they used to have happy hour. Started
just
at
found this
8
out.
o'clock. Listen, Fridays used to be lit.
You know what's crazy? I wonder if the people who was like rich or wealthy about 20 years ago used to look at us having fun at Fridays like little peasants. Don't even know. Don't even know better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never knew what an Ocean Prime was. I didn't even know what a Rolex was. Let alone what? When I was like 18, I was.
And I'm only saying that because Rolex is kind of like just the
Prominent name.
it's just such a
Like you hear it in the rap music. all the
Yeah.
time.
Well, I probably, but like if you
never
like
go
now,
to
I
the
can
store,
look
you've
and
never-
see it from a
never seen it.
distance and know.
like you can look at the band and you
Yeah,
know it's
I
a
already
Rolex.
know.
Yeah.
But back then, like you could have been wearing whatever and told me it was a Rolex. I'm like, oh, where?
It was that Casio watch with all the like the calculator buttons on it.
I know what the Casios were, or the G-Shocks.
Honestly, I think that, and I actually really hate that is like the climate that we live in, where you got somebody 21-year-old talking about, oh, he can't take me to cheesecake. Girl, you better go to cheesecake. I don't know. Maybe I don't turn down no meals like that, but like if we're going on a date and you're paying, and I feel like it's a respectable place, like what is the problem? You know?
Yeah.
If it's someplace that I genuinely don't like,
Like Portuguese?
That's different.
I've never been there.
No, I thought you said you didn't like Portuguese food.
I didn't say that.
Who said that?
Marie.
Well, I think Marie said that.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like, so I like Chili's, but I don't prefer Applebee's. You know what I mean? So it's like if a place that I genuinely don't care for, that's different. But I think like if it's just whatever, you know, I think if you want to like figure somebody out and spend time with them, like just go. Because you ain't got to eat the food.
Can I say something
me
without
3
being
margaritas.
ripped to shreds? I
Like McDonald's.
personally decided for myself that I don't want to continue eating at franchise restaurants because I want. That's why I actually asked for permission to say something. No, okay, hold on. I'm not talking about like quick takeouts.
Oh, you mean chain?
Chain.
Okay, chain. Okay, let's use the right words now.
Okay, sorry.
Because real talk, franchises are the #1 business in America.
No,
Just
I
FYI,
mean
in case
takeout.
y'all
I
don't know.
still eat Golden Crust, y'all. So, but I'm just like New York has so much restaurants that I can try.
Much restaurant.
So
She
many,
does this, and y'all never say nothing.
and don't be correcting me because
I know, but I see
Sorry.
it. And I
so
just-
many. Like literally, it didn't even sound wrong. I didn't even think I said anything.
So much restaurants.
So many.
So many restaurants that
And
I
she
can
went to
be-
private school, y'all. I'm just.
All right. I'm done talking. Actually, go ahead.
And no more change. No more change. For
No,
you.
but what Amanda's
but it
saying is
doesn't
like
have anything
her
to
own
do-
personal.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with me thinking that the food is nasty or not up to par. Like it's not about that. It's like I eat that stuff all the time. Like I've had Applebee's a million times. I've had Fridays a million times. Like if I'm going on a date, I would prefer to go somewhere that I've never been before. Like
So you want an experience, basically.
yeah.
Yeah. So like, but you're cool with like let's just say like a mom and pop type of shop.
No, yeah. Honestly, New York has a lot of those.
Yeah,
I be
yeah.
telling people like New York, right? Remember
They
we
need
had
the
went
money.
to that small ass restaurant.
What?
For how many people?
It was 3 of us.
Oh no, that's
What was the food? Like sushi?
No, and their plates are small. We didn't take nothing home. We ate everything.
Shit, for $4.50, I'm eating everything. I'll tell you that right now.
I need extra.
You like this salt shaker? I mean, hey, put part in my mouth. Put part.
He got the ice in his hand.
That's it. All the water you got back there. Give me all that.
Matter of fact, load it up in the car because I need to take a gallon with me.
But are we going off like the Instagram age where you can actually see their page ahead of time so you kind of got a glimpse of what you're getting into? Or are we talking about like back in our day when there was no Instagram? I think it was easier back then
Yeah.
What kind of assumptions are you making from the Instagram?
because back in
much she
our
cost?
day, like
Yeah.
everything was just game and like you really got
Personality.
personality in game. Like if you had charisma, then like she was gonna hang out with you. And you could take her to a little hole in the wall, and as long as you got her laughing, as long as you get her a good beverage.
I also do think it's we talk about but I think that
A beverage,
because
right?
we're talking about expectations, but I don't really think it's so much an expectation thing that you set. I think the thing that men lack nowadays is confidence to even take a girl to the hole in the wall type of spot. Right? So like a dude will see her on Instagram and see she has a Van Cleef bracelet. She's doing this. She's always here. She has this type of aesthetic on her page. I can't bring her there. That's just saying I'm not confident enough to bring her there. I can't win her over there. So I got to put her in the place that I think is suitable based off of her Instagram. So, and oftentimes they're wrong because if you give a woman an experience that is enjoyable
That they
and
never
new,
had. Yeah.
that they never had, she's going to most likely give you another chance or a second date, I should say. But these dudes will do the same thing, and they don't realize they're just copy and paste.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think, and maybe because you're older, that you may know more than Rico, but like, do you think that like there's something that has happened over the last 20 years that has inherently changed men's confidence or men's like approach or just even just like willingness to like go and like talk to a woman and try to like, like take her out and date her and stuff? Because I feel like you just pointed out it's a confidence. I don't know if it's confidence or not. I'm just saying whatever it is, it's a something, but you have, you see the era that he's in, and you also know the era that you come from. So it's like, do you feel that something has particularly occurred that has caused that?
I think it goes back again to the social media of like what they're absorbing, like what they're downloading. Because a woman could be like, I don't want no men coming up to me. I'm in the gym. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. But then some women are just there and would love somebody to talk to them, say, oh, just a compliment. So it's like we're getting mixed signals everywhere. Where back in the day is I can meet a girl, you either like me or you don't. I'll never see you again. But it was nobody.
At the gym, you might see her again.
Yeah.
Well, yes, the gym I might see her again. I love the gym.
Not if I change my times.
I love the gym.
Doing all that.
Yeah.
Don't date people at your gym because that's the big mistake. Because then
He's smiling.
You got to
He's been
avoid.
I know.
You got to avoid. Don't do
But
that.
I think to piggyback what he's saying in a more specific way, and it's going to sound a little wild, but I just think that men have now listened to the loudest woman, and women have put the wrong woman with the biggest voice, or gave the wrong woman the biggest voice, right? So now you have the woman that's the loudest saying, you can't go to Cheesecake Factory. What do I look like going to Cheesecake Factory? And these big blogs pick it up because they find it actually outrageous. But then there's people that now subscribe to that same ideology. So now a man sees that and he's like, okay, well, I know I can't bring her to Cheesecake because it was just being ridiculed. And if I bring her there, she's going to think I'm trying to embarrass her. So I just think that the wrong women are actually their opinions are being taken into the way men date women.
But
you know what I'm saying?
You guys don't date women or take women for who they are individually rather than what you think all women care about?
I mean, the thing is, everybody is an individual, right? Technically speaking. But a lot of us are influenced by our social media. Whether or not we want to admit it, we are influenced to some degree. Some people, anything that you can realistically align with, or maybe that you just find intriguing. Hey, I never thought about this like this. And some people are very persuasive. And so when that happens and these dudes read the comments and it's like, okay, this one woman said this, she has 5 million views and there's 50,000 comments, and it looks like, it looks like they're all saying, you know what, you're right. I'm not going to go against it. I'm going to swim with the current. And so that's why he would try that approach. Now, I do think that, again, it comes back down to confidence, because as a man, sometimes you got to say, listen, I'm going to step outside the box, which takes confidence. I know I see 50,000 comments saying, don't take a girl to Cheesecake. I'm going to take my girl to Cheesecake. You know what I'm saying?
Because like you said, some people might just be sharing it because they think it's outrageous. I know you like cheesecake.
I got a video going viral right now of me at Cheesecake eating a miso salmon.
Right. I know you like Cheesecake Factory.
Where is it? Where's Cheesecake? Is it in Jersey?
Yeah, it's a bunch. In Jersey, at least.
We know that we have one in White Plains.
Yeah, you do.
So it's like,
testimony.
I would think for someone that found it outrageous to actually try to vet the person that they're dating or want to take the cheesecake, to be like, yo, what do you feel about that? To see if she's with the majority or if she's like, nah, fuck it, I like cheesecake, so we going.
Yeah, but if we really be honest, let's be honest. Like, and I'm speaking from a point of my own perspective and what I know. So I'm asking this question openly. What women do we have in the rap hip hop culture that are not saying monetary materialistic, or not preaching monetary materialistic views?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like when I look at, like, let's say like a Glow or like a Meg, they are, but what they're also saying is like, babe, I got mine. I can take myself to this place and that place.
Well, you know, I agree, refute that, but at the same time, it's like we can applaud you for having your own and accomplishing it, right? Because it's hard as hell to get any type of success, no matter your color or gender, right? But, well, you get what I'm saying. But like, at what point do we say like, all right, yo, I don't like if I'm like right now we had the Cheesecake Factory saga. We don't have anybody that says, yo, I don't care. I want to go to Cheesecake. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying about like my generation, like because we had to get you with like charisma and just like charm and like actually just be a real person, speak to you. So if I were to meet a woman, she's talking about some old fancy stuff, man. Listen, you trying to get to know me, or you just trying to take pictures? Like I'm gonna let you try to figure that out, and when you decide, you let me know. And she gonna go where I say we gonna go.
Yeah, I don't think that's confidence.
No, I'm saying. I mean, if he's trying to get in there.
Yeah, Ro.
We going where we
like, fine.
You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You know?
Because I like that.
You can get one of them.
We go, okay.
That's what, yeah.
We gonna go.
Oh, we gotta go, and like, you know.
But okay, so how about that? Maybe, and let's just try to peel layers back. In your generation, there was less, I guess, friction when it came down to it, or
What do you mean?
like resistance. Like, hey, we're gonna go where I want to go, and they'd be like, all right. And nowadays, a dude be like, we're gonna go where I want to go, and that girl 25 is just like, fuck out of here. Order the Uber.
She from New York.
Oh,
She from New York.
It might be a New York thing. I think, like, in general, I don't know if that's the case.
It's still the same movie, Alan. It's still the same fucking movie. I just don't know what to call it. It's called Instagram. It's called Meta. Meta presents many shit.
None of that matters though. I've spoken to women that were like big in entertainment or big whatever they did, and to break it down, it was like you can do all that, but like at the end of the day, you want somebody that's gonna love you, you want somebody that's gonna respect you. All this other stuff is just lights and shit. So let's get to like what you really want, because that's the same thing I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we could do all this fancy stuff, but at the end of the day, you still want to talk to me, you still want to have a conversation, you still want to get to know me, and that's what I want. So like we can do the fancy stuff if that's what you after. Get your young boy to take you over there. Me, I'm trying to take you. I want to be able to hear you. I'm not hard of hearing, but I don't want no loud music. But I want to be able to.
What you say?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not.
Chocolate.
But I'm saying I'm not trying to do all no extra stuff like on that. Listen, I'm tired around a certain time. Like, let's get this around like 7.
Yo.
Go for a walk.
Nah, I got a body bedtime. All right, so I'm not mad. I agree with that, bro. I do agree. But that's the thing.
That's
you
the
know what?
direction that women are saying. I don't think men are doing that because they're saying we want men to lead, right?
Well,
and if you let a man lead, you got to be able to go. You got to listen. This is what we're doing. I'm not trying to take advantage of you. I'm telling you what's best for us right now. So just listen to what I'm saying. If you don't like it, you don't have to come back, but I'm sure you're going to like it.
But the thing is, Rome, men are trying to buy.
It's the sangria. Sangria is my shit.
Where you got this sangria from, Rome?
That's my spot.
You got the sangria from.
Rome is cooking with the sangria today.
That's my spot. I got sangria tatted on my body. I'm a sangria boss. Like, sangria is my...
You ever been to Calle Ocho in the city?
You keep saying that, but I'm trying to go.
I have.
You told me I got to go. I'm still...
Yeah, he said you said it before.
Man, I done had some times over there, even before I lived up here.
That's crazy. I can go this weekend.
I was gonna say that the issue is, and I think it's all age groups too. Men are trying to buy respect from women. That's why they feel forced and obligated to go to these, high-end restaurants, because they're trying to buy the respect from the woman. They can't earn the respect from the woman, or at least even get a woman to hear them out and follow their perspective or follow their idea. Like, yo, you know what? We're not going to go to this restaurant. I want to go to a place where I can hear you clear. We can actually really focus on each other. They can't even do that. I don't think a lot of men want a woman to focus on them either, because they're not really anything. There's not a lot of quality men. Like, the thing is, there's not a lot of quality men with money. There's not a lot of quality men without money. There's not a lot of quality people
In general.
in general.
Yeah, because I was just like, wait.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the ones that can afford to take you on these dates, it's just a distraction from you to not see who he really is. You don't have to find me attractive. You're going to find this ambiance attractive. You're gonna find the food and the way that they bring out the wagyu amazing. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? My head goes through all of this psychology anytime a man shows me too much money. I'd be like, I'm not impressed. You're covering. For real.
Take the mask off.
Yeah, like, Rome has so much names at this point.
Chris?
Yo, but y'all don't know his Tuesday name though.
Yeah, we don't.
It's another side of the quiet dragon. It's the dragon part.
There are more. Yeah, there are more people who are not that guy than
That guy.
those who are that guy.
But see, I disagree.
That's why they listen to those.
They're not that guy to certain women that aren't looking for them.
No, they're just not that guy.
No, I think
there's a
They're not that guy.
technology to advance a little bit.
That's not true.
So there's a sign over everybody and it says that guy, not that guy.
Nah, because then you're gonna realize that a lot of women are fucking the same guys, right? And that's the ugly truth. So then you get the part where you hear a bunch of women say, "Well, I'm gonna try dating something that I don't usually date," or
Are we tell the truth now?
yeah, that's what girls start doing, right? I'm gonna try dating a guy that I don't really or I wouldn't really date, and it's always gonna be a guy who's not that guy, and that's the guy who has listened to everything on social media, whether it was good advice or bad advice, and he's going to do everything that, like, he's going to be a cookie cutter, attentive, or just like a social media chewed him up and spit him out, and now you're dating him at Ocean Prime, right? And and it's like, yeah, the food is great, but that's the person that you didn't want. And it's like, well, he treats me nice. Of course, he has no option. He has,
I actually
there's no
hated
choice.
Ocean Prime.
Huh?
I actually hated Ocean
You hated it?
Really?
Mhm.
Oh no, that's not cool.
I didn't like it.
I think I had a goat cheese ravioli there that was like,
Goat cheese ravioli?
I had the steak.
Was it fried or was it like in sauce?
it was sauteed, yeah. It was just, oh my God. I don't even know what they saw. Like, it was just amazing. And you didn't like it?
You know what I was
I had the
thinking?
steak though, but I didn't like
The
it.
steak was good too. I had that. What?
Oh,
If I go to a steak house,
Ocean Prime in Miami?
sides aren't great.
Actually, I'm thinking Prime.
Yeah,
I went to
Miami got mad.
because I
No, Prime 112.
Okay.
Prime
yeah.
was.
I think in Prime 112.
I went to that one too though.
Go ahead. No.
I think to touch on the confidence thing that you're talking about, I don't think women really know what to do with a confident man because they call that cocky, they call it arrogant. But if he's just sure of himself,
That's,
No, I
that's
think
when you don't know
those
what
when
words
you are.
mean.
No, that's when you are arrogant though.
can I just? Do you see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I'm saying that
I didn't say you.
confident.
I didn't say you was.
I'm not saying me. I'm just confident. That's it. But I'm saying, like, when a man tries to be confident, say, "Hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do this," who's he think he is? I ain't gonna listen to him. He don't know what's best.
Well, but you actually
He
did
trying to
say
control my
I
life.
know what's best for us. So how if she don't know what's best, how you know what's best?
She don't know what's best for herself.
And that's why she's a nomad.
Red flag.
Hold on.
Just
flag.
she's just wandering with a
I
cloak.
was with you, Rome, but you getting out of line now.
That's just the confidence that you see. I see what
Now that's
not
arrogant.
confident.
That
that's crazy.
baby got she don't know what's best for herself. How
So
you
it's just a little too much dip on the chip.
Because
Just a little bit. Like picked up a little bit too much guac with your
You gotta like shake it
your
off.
Tostitos. You need one. You need a real chip, like it was that was like a tortilla. Like yeah,
Cause I was with you.
yeah, it's just a little too much dip. You know.
let me talk. Can I talk to Rico then?
Sure.
No.
Go ahead.
Say what you got to say.
Like I tell my dog, no.
My dog.
Oh, so have you ever been on a date with somebody, and
He really talking to Rico.
yeah, I'm really talking to Rico because I want to see if you guys can relate. I know you're married. I know. But you ever been on a date with somebody and they're saying the same thing that you heard from the last person you dated, and it's just kind of like just going through the mill, like there's nothing new. They're just like cookie cutter, the same thing, same thing, same thing. But they feel that they're all so special, and I'm all so this, and
So different.
I'm so different, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah,
I
there
bet-
are
I would say-
different
I would say
shaped
I've had
cookie
convers-
cutters, sir.
Jesus Christmas, I can't even answer.
All of the cookie cutters are the same. Go ahead.
With this snickerdoodle, right?
Yeah. Talk about something.
I would say like on a date, no, but like in a conversation, yes, right? Because once I get to that, you know what I feel like when women try to tell me how they're different is the same thing when a con artist try to say, trust me. You don't have to say the things that should be done. you're going to show it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to emulate it in your actions. And when I start hearing that, oh, I'm special, oh, I'm different, oh, I'm this, I immediately equate you to the opposite, right? So I wouldn't even take her on a date, to be honest.
I'm saying you're already on the date, though.
No. I'm saying I wouldn't even get that far.
Okay.
I'd try to fuck her in a car.
Well, all right now.
I'm being dead ass, right?
Hey.
I'm definitely not doing it. Like,
Listen to this.
get out of
Not too much dip on my chip, but that's why I wanted to talk to you.
But I'm just saying, because the thing is, a lot of men can't vet out quality women either, bro. Like, that's the thing. So,
Well, then maybe you guys need to start learning better vetting questions.
no, I think that everybody needs to learn how to vet.
Actually, I agree with that statement.
You spent a week preparing for this date. Reservations are made. You go to her house to pick her up. You go to the door. Chemistry is going. Vibes is throwing.
Do we kiss at the door too?
Y'all kissed at the door.
Am I
And-
walking her back down while we kissing?
Maybe you did. Shit got shaken.
That's lit.
And
At the end of the day,
And
got
then-
in.
at the end of the day,
I'm tired.
so you guys ended up having sex right from you going to get her from the door. Do you still go on a date?
I have one very important question.
Are we hungry?
Oh, fuck you.
Yes.
I would hope so, right?
The dick.
Was there
And
any?
an appetite.
Was there any? Was the sex good?
You asking me?
Was the sex? If the sex was average, no, because the energy starts that way. Then you be like, where the fuck am I at? Like, but if it was like, let's say if the sex was at 8, 9, or 10, she already got 3 more dates coming. She got 3 more dates.
At Applebee's.
Okay. But if it was a 6,
If it was a 6, if I'm feeling like being a nice guy, I'm gonna.
you were there to be a nice guy in the first place.
He
You
was not
came there.
Were you asking me or you asking Jen Pop?
I'm asking both of y'all, actually.
Well, I was never there to be a nice guy.
I'm asking
I mean,
men.
Well, the thing is this. I'm just using what the story is. If I took a week to prepare for this date, I had to really like her.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that I just said, hey, look, on Friday, we going to go to this spot. You know what I'm saying? If I like took time to prepare a whole day of events,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I actually am interested in this girl and I'm trying to pursue her, to be honest. So if we kick things off and we have sex, that just makes the date going to be lit. Like, cause now I'm like, yo, I can't wait until we finish out all these different activities or you know, dining experiences, whatever we're doing, and then coming home and having sex again.
So,
It's like
if you really did like her,
We having sex at every event I planned. What you talking about? We already had sex the first time.
well, you like the whole thing.
Oh,
You know what I'm
I like to
saying?
watch.
Yeah.
Right, my bad.
So to each his own. I'm not mad at that, right?
But
I would
if
love
you
to get
spent-
head underneath a table.
so that's a what? That's
It's like a Tuesday conversation.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That we don't.
I'm like, I missed
sir.
something.
We have
Sir, ma'am.
we got we have
We have ladies here.
I'm sorry.
Wait, they don't be here on Tuesdays?
your
We be with the-
mother is here.
We be with the thoughts.
Hey, my mama used to be in the street.
Yo.
Actually, I don't know. I'm just.
So to your
I'm just saying
point
stuff.
on you planning for the whole week, you actually liked her, then it doesn't matter how much you rate the sex then.
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
it does.
Because if the sex is whack,
I don't like her.
I'm gonna
So
think about
how
my
much you
invest-
liked her goes out the window.
Of course, because I'm buying. Like, you got to remember, I'm literally. When it comes to a man dating a woman, and we're saying this in the traditional dating, that the man is paying, the man is courting. I'm looking at this as an early investment, right? So if the sex is whack, I'm not investing in bad pussy.
Okay, but what if it was just the first time?
Nah, I can tell the difference between the first time getting to know each other and bad sex. Well, I know the difference. I know that, like, yo, the second time is gonna be lit.
Salutations.
Like, that'll actually make me mad that I planned the whole week. I was like,
Wasting my time.
what the fuck? It was this easy. But some dudes put the box on the pedestal
Mm-hmm.
and they go this far for somebody who is not really that hard to have sex with. Cause he ain't really, yo, it wasn't lit. I'm trying to tell you.
I'd still want to eat out.
That's what I said. Are you still hungry?
And that's another thing. Where are we
I'm
going to
gonna-
eat?
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna want to
We
eat.
might have changed. We might have canceled our reservation. We were going to Ocean Prime. Now we're going to the Portuguese barbecue spot.
Chili's.
Take me somewhere. Like, I'm hungry.
Smart. If you smart,
I
the
might
sex
just
session-
DoorDash this shit. We can stay here.
Sex session goes past the reservation to the food. So now you missed the reservation to the food, so you got to take her somewhere else if you smart.
Well, and that, again, it depends on how I'm feeling.
Let's go somewhere else.
Somewhere cheaper.
Yes, us trying to skip out
Somewhere
on the
last
bill, 'cause
minute,
if I
because
planned
the
for a
kitchen's
week
about
and I'm
to
trying to
close.
impress her. It was probably someplace nicer than I would usually take her. Whatever. Now I
No, we usually take her.
Look at this
Y'all gotta
face,
hear it.
guys. Avoid
Gotta
the
hear
real
it.
cost.
She's not even worth the spot, but I'll take her there.
Can we zoom in on his face? I won't.
No, the stuck face
Yeah.
just now.
Y'all gotta pay attention. I hope he caught that.
Zoom in on his face, guys.
Hey, you
Ladies,
You know how they be saying on
you
Twitter,
see him,
them
don't
chat.
even.
I hope he caught that chat.
pay me no mind.
Yeah, no mind.
Don't pay me no mind.
Don't pay him no mind.
Rare form.
I'm reformed.
No, rare form.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Go ahead, ask your question. I want to back out of the Zoom that he's doing on me right now.
No, you asked for it.
But I'm not lying.
They can do it in the edit, actually. So he
Right.
even got it.
They were like,
Yeah. You start seeing that shit go slow. And then it back out.
look at this face,
I'm
guys.
gonna hush up now. Never mind.
Boo, tomatoes.
I don't know. I was just curious about getting
Get another
refill.
drink.
Can I get a refill?
Can I get a refill? I had champagne.
All right, so can I ask? I'm gonna ask.
Really light.
Women the same.
I'm gonna ask Amanda this, not Erin, obviously. But have you ever had sex before a date? Nah, hell no.
Okay. Yeah, let's
real
go.
quick. Amanda, have you ever had sex before a date and then the date kind of like just fizzled out? The ideas and the plan just like didn't go?
I'd have to think.
Liar.
That means yeah. So it happens in relationships. I know it happened before.
He took you to the danger
don't
zone
think
and you never
so.
went out. The truth.
And shame the devil.
I don't think so. I can't think of one time, so that means it didn't happen.
Not blushing.
Am I?
Okay.
Is she? Oh no, I'm too close. You can see she. Oh wow.
You're a liar.
I'm not answering the question.
You're lying.
You're lying.
I can't think of a time, so no, it didn't happen.
See, that happened.
No judgment.
Yeah.
There's
There's no judgment.
Shit.
All the time in my eyes.
So
But we wrong though.
I know, but that could have happened to Erin too. You said you didn't want to ask Erin.
She's been married for mad long.
Yeah, but you said that can happen very often in relationships. She's
Aaron's
all right.
married.
in a relationship, I know it happened.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even have to ask. I know it happened.
Let's do the question.
Let's do one. You got it.
Wait, I have a question. Do any of you guys ever use like just to like on dates or whatever, like spark conversation, like use the question card?
What question card?
They everywhere.
Just any of them?
Yeah, just like
I have before.
I've did it before, but not like on a date. Me and my girlfriend, we went on vacation and we bought cards and we did that like in the hotel room.
yeah, like I don't know. I
And
think
it was
they're
pretty boring. I didn't like them.
really.
The girls start fucking them, like, because
I think they're
No,
great.
the questions got really deep, and I was just like, this isn't really a
the wrong
fun.
It's like childhood
game.
trauma.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't like
What's your
these
trauma?
questions. We getting real deep, and I thought it was gonna be a little kinky.
Oh, no, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, some of
you got to buy the sex one.
mess the vibe up. And then if you bring the sex one out on a date, then you're like, oh, this guy's a creep. You don't think about sex. Why don't you just ask her something?
You got to bring both,
First
right?
of all, that's the point of a game. If you don't expect a game to get a little kinky, then you're boring.
I'm talking about the first date now? Is that what we're talking about?
I was just telling you how to do this, right?
Oh, okay.
It's going to sound,
Here we go.
well, if you have a group, right? I'm talking about like 2 guys, 2 girls, or 3 guys, 3 girls, right? You play 4 corners.
What's that? Like
It's a fucking
don't know
fun
that.
game.
like when you were like the 4 corners you played when you was a little kid?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Game, but
What is
the
that?
4 corners that you play is there's one person that would stand like maybe in the middle of like the living room or by a television or wherever, and you have 4 corners in the living room, right? And they count to 10. And after they count to 10, you guys all number each corner, 1 through 4. And after they count to 10, they turn around to the corner and they say, they keep their eyes closed and they say corner number 2. Whoever's in corner number 2 has to take a shot. if there's nobody in corner number 2, the counter has to take a shot. You all get drunk fast as fuck, and then you play the games.
That's fun. I'd be like,
Well, we just
we
drank.
take a beer shot.
Because it's fun as fuck.
Okay.
Like because it's like when you have a group. I'm not saying like one-on-one, but like you double dating, or like really not double dating because you're at your crib, but like double, 2 guys, 2 girls, or 3 guys, 3 girls, it's lit. It gets so much fun.
Well, then I'm gonna need a pallet when the party over. Like,
What do you mean a pallet?
oh damn.
Like a wooden pallet?
I guess all the Southern people would know what I mean by.
Yo, listen, girls be trying
What's
to
that other one? Never have I ever.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I don't play that game because my shit be like this.
Actually,
X. no fingers is going. Oh, actually, all fingers go down, right?
Yeah.
Never-
yeah.
Yeah. I be like this.
But
Are we
so,
fucking-
but the whole.
No, I don't like that one because I don't like people know me. I don't like people know what I did.
Ain't
So
no.
I just be like,
Amanda be lying. Never have I ever kissed a girl. Amanda be like, oh, well, look, all 10.
Look at me, guys.
You had
No, I
bad
can-
friends, Alan.
No, I
You
can
gotta
see-
have good friends. Yo, we done.
I can see how it can get bad.
I feel like, okay, not for like the first date, obviously, but like a couple dates in, I think that's okay. It's fun. Like, it's a fun.
No, but it's like, okay, we on the second date and now I'm wasted. And now what?
First of all, I don't want to be.
we fuck.
No, I'm just saying, like,
part
you
of
know,
the
my
body.
friends talking about, yo, remember college with no, shut up. Like,
You know what I
I
mean?
mean?
I got one of
Like,
those friends, right?
mm.
Every time, I'm like, yo, bro, relax. You gonna think I'm crazy? Like, you keep telling all this wild story.
yes, college was fun. Let's leave it at that. If you wasn't there, you wasn't there.
I did that one time. I had a game night at my house, and this boy that I really liked,
Seriously.
I was just like, what you doing? Like, I'm having a game night. Like, come over. You can bring friends. Mind you, they was the only niggas there. but my friends knew them. So it was like cool until it was just like we got to like play in the games that like niggas was like, wait, there's niggas here. We can't answer this. Like,
That's corny. Rome, do you have any friends who don't strike out?
That don't strike out?
Yeah, like like I don't. I'm willing to bet every dollar in my pocket.
No, because everybody strikes out.
Nah, I'm talking about with the.
What are we
I'm not
talking
saying
about
like in
specifically?
general. I'm saying like, yo, I'm about to run a 2-man.
can we talk in English? I don't know. I don't understand what they were talking about.
I didn't get the yacht. I didn't get the yacht attire memo. So I'm here
Is
like.
this a
I
train?
didn't get the yacht attire.
Are they talking about a train?
No.
Jesus.
I got one homie, and I don't care what the situation is. We used to call each other Stephen Clay, Dwayne Wade. I don't want to say that now, but Dwayne Wade and LeBron when they was together, because our 2-man game was like 90% from the free throw line. We weren't losing. It didn't matter who she was, how big she was, how stuck up she was. We were winners.
Oh, okay.
Huh? Pedestal like not big like that.
I'm more of like a one-man show.
Yeah.
Call me Jerry West.
First of all,
One man army.
Call me
I
Jerry
get a little
West.
embarrassed when anybody
That
try to help
sound-
me. Try to help me. Like, don't help
No.
me.
What triggers you during an argument?
Ooh, that's so easy. For
That's
me.
actually a great question.
Can I answer first?
Yes, please. You're acknowledged, Amanda. Put your hand up like it's 3rd grade.
If you
Saint Pius.
if you tell me to relax in an argument, ooh, I'm fired up. Cause who are you talking to?
Calm down. Like
No, that'll never get me to calm down. Like, let's just talk through it. You telling me to calm down is like, all right, let's go.
how about your bugging?
Let's go. That don't bother me that
So I
much.
can say that you're bugging out, but calm down
Nah.
or relax.
Oh, relax. Well, it be like that too. Relax.
That's wild.
I think okay. Do you know why? Like, I think. Can you explain why?
I can't.
Oh, okay. Well, let me
Because
explain.
maybe I am.
Let me explain.
Let me explain. I think, and so this is actually a part of like what happens like with like microaggressions in like workplaces and stuff, where you've clearly been offended, like something that they've said, and then you like, yo, like you react to the energy that was given to you, and they're like, hey, relax. Like, relax. You the one that started all of this. Like, what am I relaxing for? You know, remember that Butch Body Beach? You know what I'm saying? Like no, that scenario is what played out. So it's like, Marjorie Taylor Greene said that to I can't think of her name, but the congresswoman from Dallas. Yeah, Beach, but yeah. So Marjorie Taylor Greene said something to the congresswoman from Dallas, right? And she's like, you don't get, and she responded with the exact same energy. She's like, you don't get to rile me up and say offensive things to me and then try to tell me relax. You don't get to do that. Like, that's what one thing people need to understand. Like, you don't control somebody's reaction. So you need to watch your words and like watch what you say to people. Because even though you think it's like a little hee ha ha, like shoo, like fun and games or whatever, like that really may trigger somebody, and now you have a bigger problem than what you thought you had, you know? So, but I think a lot of people cross that line as far as like respect, because you think it's funny and you haven't thought it through.
Ain't shit sweet.
Nothing is sweet, right?
Nothing is.
You know what I mean?
Everything bitter.
And I think that when you tell somebody that you have literally gotten riled up to relax, what part of your mind did you lose?
Are you shitting me? What she said?
Like seriously, like it doesn't make sense. Like, why do you think you can rile me up and then tell me to relax? Come on now, like just like logically, it makes zero sense.
No, it's actually just a form of not being accountable and
Thank you.
and just
You're
literally,
gonna put something out there and you not trying to be accountable for what it is that you said or did. Yeah, you're
which
right.
I would say it's like playing victim, and I
Exactly
hate,
what it is.
I hate that triggers me in an argument.
That's your trigger.
You play victim, I don't care what it is. Like, once you play victim, I feel like immediately you're trying to manipulate me, you're trying to gaslight me, you try to make me be the monster when you are the one that caused all this and now want to be the innocent one, right? So that's one of my triggers.
What about you, Erin?
And I know that people will probably say that she's scaring me.
Not Erin giving a disclosure before.
No, because I'm, you know, like on like the like. Shut up.
You know, like say disclosure, not disclaimer. You didn't.
Oh, damn, you're right.
Come on.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, he did say disclosure.
I
you,
apologize.
My bad. I was caught
Thanks
up.
to Webster Rome.
Wrong. Why you couldn't just call him out yourself? Why you had to tap Erin?
No, because typically, like we hear and we be like,
Please go. Please go.
it's like this. Wait, roll, let's do it.
No, it's this.
Something crazy.
Yo.
Yeah, and then so it's like this, and then it turns. It's kind of like when a dog, you know, they don't understand what's going on. Like, huh? You know what I mean? But anyway, so like I know that people will say that it's like kind of toxic because they'll be like, don't be bringing up like stuff that's not relevant in the moment. However, you cannot be a perpetrator of a particular action or whatever and then try to call me out on it. Because you literally, even though you did it last week or 2 weeks ago, you still did it. So you don't get to call me. You don't get to like try to call me out on what I did. Unless you willing to come to the carpet and show some contrition about what you have previously done.
New word.
Yeah, but the thing is that somebody that's pointing out your misdeeds, they're not looking to also readily identify what they have done wrong. So I'm not saying like, oh, you say, oh, Erin, you did X, and then I get offended and say, okay, well, you did Y. No, I'm saying, no, you also did X. So you can't come around here telling me when I did X. You need to worry about yourself, my friend. That's what you really need to worry about before you try to come to me, because how are you going to call me out when you literally just did the same thing?
Okay, wait.
I'm not even gonna lie. Okay,
No, the same
thing. I am triggered. Wait, I am so
I want to say something, but I'm gonna let Rico go.
so-
I bet y'all do. You're welcome.
so motherfucking triggered
You're welcome.
because I'm the opposite of that. You do not
would be.
have any right to sweep. Like, this is my opinion. You do not have a right to sweep what I did under the rug and not bring it to the surface as a problem and then go do it and then say, but you did this too. If there was an issue, We should have spoke about this. If you didn't like when I did this, you should have mentioned it to me. We should have had that conversation. But now that I'm calling you out on it because it's a problem for me, you're trying to put me in the same position as you. However, I didn't know it was a problem for you because you never spoke about it.
But if it was a problem that she did it, why wouldn't it be a problem that you did it?
Thank you.
Because first of all, everybody has entirely different things that upsets them.
No.
You got a baseline.
No.
I'm saying, like, what?
It's the same exact thing. Why was it a
talking
problem
Thank you.
if she did it and you had no thought or concern about when you did it a week ago?
Because the issue is that we cannot sit here and think that everybody has the same deal breakers. We can't sit here and think that everybody has the same expectations on
That's what she's saying.
No. But what I'm saying is this. I'm not thinking that it's a problem for you.
Because you didn't say anything.
Because you never said anything. You allowed it. You enabled it. Once you don't say anything, I'm now thinking that it's okay. Now, if I'm stopping you, like, I'm not a person that's going to let something progress. The second you do something, I'm going to say, hey, listen, I'm not with that. That's not going to work for me, right? Whatever it is. Now, if I'm doing it to you, oh, but you did it too? It's like, first of all, we're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you.
No.
Wait, can I give you an example of what that sounds like? Is like, it wasn't a problem for you when I came home late, but it's a problem for me when you come home late. And that just makes no sense. Because if you're gonna have a problem with her coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning, then you can't come home at 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's not the truth, though, because the thing is, if what bothers me may not be what bothers you. So if if you come home at 4,
but it's gonna bother you to the point to say don't do it, then you cannot do it.
And if we're talking about coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning, which I feel like is disrespectful regardless, right? I'm not going to go on that. But if we talk about other things, right? Smaller things like
I need an example.
let's say like this, right? Let's say
I'm trying to figure out what side I'm on. I need an example.
right? I don't even know. I don't even have an example, but I'm trying to make
I
one
think
up.
her example was decent.
No, but I feel like even her example is not decent because what happens is once you allow something, you enabled it and you set the expectation that it is okay for you. That does not mean that same expectation is okay for an entirely different human being. So if I don't like something, you can say, all right, cool. Listen, I want to let you know I didn't speak about it. I also don't like it as well. We handle the situation different. But when you say, oh, but you did it, it's like, time out. It was an issue 2 weeks ago. 14 days passed and you never said anything. Do not bring up.
Wait, hold on. Imagine telling your homegirls, I gotta be home because my man don't like when I stay out too late. Oh, but I get home. Where he at?
Don't even say
Where he at?
Don't even say say somebody closer than that.
I'm just saying, like, imagine you saying it out loud because it sounds crazy when you say it out loud, right? And that's just my point.
You're right.
My man don't like when I come home late, so y'all, I gotta go back home. But my man not home, he out late. But why he out late? Oh yeah, because he could do that. I just can't.
No, first of all, nobody said what they can and can't do. You allowed it when you said nothing.
But Rico, I think the point that Amanda is trying to make, like, if it's such an issue, period, why would you be engaging in the same activity? If it's such an issue, right? Why would you even set yourself up to engage in such activity to where there could even be a double standard? Because I think the double standard is really what the problem is. It's like, you can't come to me and say, even though I didn't bring it up, because maybe I'm just trying to, like, keep the peace. But maybe I don't want to fight every battle.
Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be a fight or a battle.
Well, but see, the thing is that I'm be honest, a lot of people don't know how to, like, take criticism, or they don't know how to, like hear someone saying, hey, I didn't like that, without there being any defensiveness or whatever. So, and I can see a lot of people feeling like that, you know. So it's just crazy to me that you could be so against something but still engage in that something that you're so against yourself. I think that's what Amanda is saying.
But the issue is that you are not a good partner if you can't communicate. And if you can allow something to happen and not communicate how you felt and let time pass, whether it be 1 week or 3 months, and then the same situation happens, and then now you're bringing up a situation from months ago.
But now you a nag.
No, if you said, hey, listen, what works for me is what works for me. What I find offensive or what I find disrespectful is what I find offensive and disrespectful. If we're gonna use and I can't think of a smaller situation.
Oh, I can.
Like a smaller situation.
Mm-hmm.
Put that out.
Like put the toilet paper. If the toilet paper just ran out, put a new toilet paper on there.
I think
No, that's very small.
No, it's very small, and I think that
I was gonna go with dishes.
I know. I figured you were. Because y'all think I just,
Nah, and and I can't even think about it because this happened to me in my relationship last year, but it was over something small, and I was like, what? Like, you're talking about something that was from like 6 months ago that you never, huh?
like this.
You're talking about something from 6 months ago that I didn't even remember I did. 1, 2, you let it go by for X amount of time, and 3, you never set the expectation or the boundary. If you don't set the boundary and then and then somebody does something and now they set their boundaries, you can't get upset because they're setting their boundaries and you didn't set yours. So for me, it's like, yo, if we're going to be in a relationship, I'm going to do things that you don't like, especially if it's early on and we're still getting to know each other.
But that ain't your relationship. That's not your relationship. It's not early on. So like speak from like really where you are. Same with you. Like,
I see both sides.
No, I definitely understand the point that he's making.
I think
I get it.
The main thing that the baseline, as you would say, thing is just respect, though. Like, if you don't like it, what makes you think I'm gonna like it? But on his side, I'm seeing it as why are you keeping why are you keeping score from 6 months ago?
Yeah, and I didn't even know.
It's 2 weeks. Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks ago.
No, mine should be like
He made his situation
was like
months.
I was like,
mine
what?
was 2 weeks.
Because my thing is, and I'm just speaking from my own real life, right? It's like what doesn't work for me could be entirely different from what doesn't work for you.
Agreed.
Right? I've had girlfriends who I don't say we've all, but a lot of us have had previous relationships prior to our current relationships in this world, on this couch, right? So the way that those relationships dynamics were, for me in my life, were all different. There were things that were not allowed because they offended one that would not be offensive to another. So when I'm doing things, I'm not doing things in a way or in the means of disrespecting you intentionally. So when it's not brought to the surface, like, hey, this is something I find offensive, or this is something I don't want to live with, this is something that is a deal breaker for me, these are my boundaries. Now that clear communication allows me to never have to do that again. Now, if you wait for me to do it, and my biggest pet peeve and my biggest ick characteristic in a person is spite. People who are spiteful, I can't live with, I can't trust, I can't work with. Because if I offend you by accident, right, or like unintentionally, and you feel offended to a point where you are going to act on something like that, I can't trust you. Because if I'm doing something and you do it to me, and I'm like, why would you do that? And you tell me because I did it mad long ago, I'm like, you're just, you're causing problems within our relationship and within my life.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I think the best way to really go about it, which is super hard to do, especially in the heat of the moment, is figure out what works for us. Because you're saying you, and they're saying them. So like in a healthy relationship, and like ideally, like really trying to build or keep what you have going, you have to say what really works for us. And I think the bottom line of that is going to be respect, because if what works for us, then we're not going to even have these problems, because you're going to respect the fact that I didn't go out, I didn't stay out till 4, so I expect you to not stay out till 4. Or if you plan on staying out till 4, just communicate to me ahead of time. So I think that's the thing, like just going at it from a healthy aspect and not thinking of singular I, and just think about us.
But the thing that happens is, and I agree with you entirely, but the issue
which isn't easy to fucking do.
No, it's easy if you talk about it from a situation at that moment. It's not easy to try to foresee it, right? Or try to predict what will happen. I can't tell you a bunch of rules and regulations before we, start dating each other seriously. But let's say if something happens and I'm doing something that you find disrespectful or offensive, you don't just sweep it under the rug. You don't just say, oh, all right, that's cool, don't worry, no big deal, and do it to that person and think that it's going to be no big deal for them. If it's really an issue for you, you have to say, hey, listen, I felt, it might not even be a deal breaker, but this is just how I felt when you did this, right? And then it puts that in that man's brain or that woman's brain, whomever's brain, that, yo, I'm causing this feeling in this person when I do these actions. But when you bring it up again, it's like, well, hold on, because I wasn't doing it to you know what I'm saying, to hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even think it was going to hurt your feelings until you said it. Now, weeks later or months, whatever it may be.
So my response to that is literally I 1000% agree. And I didn't even think about like coming at it from a we perspective. That's literally probably the best solution. But
The solution
yeah,
for me.
and the hardest solution.
Yes.
But I think the issue is a lot of times in a relationship, you literally have to pick your battle. Like, you don't want to bring up something every single time, like you don't agree with or you don't like or you feel disrespect. Well, disrespect, you
It's
bring it
different,
up.
yeah.
But like all these other things, you know, like
That's the scorekeeping. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's the scorekeeping. And I think if you don't pick your battles wisely, then you'll always have those cards in your pocket
something.
waiting to like pull this out
You're
at
right.
the very moment. So you're really not going to grow together because you're growing resentment and you're waiting for him to mess up so you can be like, oh, remember this, remember that. So you're just pulling the relationship back further and further instead of just, oh, I hate being fucking mature, but you got to like let shit go, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Having to let shit go, because what if your partner's really
Well, then that's but like you.
mean?
But that's the point of picking and choosing. So it's just like if it's something really small that you feel like you can let go, you can let that go until you feel like it is a constant problem. So if it happens again, then I feel like, all right, it's okay to bring it up because it happened twice now, and nigga, I don't like that. So like, fix it. So, and I don't really think that's like keeping it in the back pocket for an argument later. It's kind of just like, okay, it was like, this is small inconvenience the first time, so I don't want to make an argument out of every single thing. And I feel like women do that a lot because we don't want to be a nag.
Well, I'll end up being an egg.
It's like, my thing is, and I say that in a respectful way, is like, we're going to feel nagged whether you do it or whether you don't.
Yes.
So
just talk our shit anyway.
not talk your shit, but like learn how to communicate with the man.
Exactly. Communicate it right then and there so I can correct my shit instead of like me waiting.
And in a way that,
But that is problematic. Like, so it's like every time I do something,
Exactly. Then y'all gonna feel like, damn, this girl just don't like me. She got a problem with
honestly, I think there's a way of going about it.
thank you,
That's
Ron.
what I'm saying. Because if you make it to like, I do something and you figure out a way, I'm not saying you gotta sugarcoat it, but a way that it don't have to be an argument, and you could just be like, hey, I just really didn't like that. I'm be like, okay, cool. She's cool. I respect.
I'm not saying it has to be an argument.
Romeo, but a lot of people are not like in an emotionally regulated place. Right? So what you saying it for? Like,
But that doesn't
First
mean,
of all,
but that doesn't mean it's
I
not the
thought that was
solution.
a phone.
It's frustrating.
I didn't even know that was coming from
like he
his mouth.
literally said that knowing that somebody, me, was finna be like, shit.
What? Okay, I don't know
say
what
people.
Prince Allen has, but
People.
well, I think
We don't call it nagging though.
Thank you. Just like y'all gossiping, y'all don't call it gossiping. Y'all be the biggest
y'all-
gossipers, but y'all don't
and
call it
do.
I
gossiping.
think sharing information and gossiping is different.
No, sir.
It's way different. It's
No,
like,
sir.
yo,
I think we have a better filter of saying, listen, I'm gonna say something about this right now,
Tell you this, but
and I know there's gonna be
nah, I won't do that.
you understand? Or as opposed to us just letting it go. Like that's what I do. I look at some shit and be like, yo, I'm mad about this right now, but I bet you if I walk away, if I eat, if I go to the gym, I can process all this and I can be like, yo, it's not really a big deal. As opposed to like them just coming out and saying it and now it being a whole big thing that really isn't really a big deal at all.
Yeah, but the thing is,
And that's why you have to like let some things slide.
but the thing is though, I'm not that type of person. Like, I can't wear extra weight. So if there's something that's an issue for me that's happening in my relationship, I've learned, I would say in the last 6 years, how to communicate it in a way where it's super clear. And it's not threatening, it's not attacking, it's not poking the bear, it's not pointing the finger. It's like, hey, listen, I just wanted to let you know such and such has happened, and this is how I feel about it, and these things can cause me, these feelings can cause me to feel this, to act this type of way. I don't want to act that type of way, and I don't want to feel that type of way. So let's either find a workaround, or let's not do it at all. Whatever that
You
may
better
be.
watch how you talk to me,
That part.
because
Does she
Right.
always-
But like,
that's what it is.
do they always receive your clarity as clarity?
so,
though?
and that's the
That's the-
issue.
So that's the
Thank
thing.
you.
My and I hate to say it, but my previous relationship was the best communicated relationship because we received and we understood each other and we didn't have to challenge each other. What doesn't like, and that was one thing I said. I was like, listen, we don't have to agree with the way what I do makes you feel, and I don't have to agree with what you do, how it makes me feel.
So you
But I
just
have to understand that it's real.
Understanding it.
Right? I don't care to know, like, I mean, I don't care that what I feel about this is not that big of a deal to you. It is a big of a deal to me. Just respect it, and vice versa. And we never had issues, like argumentative issues. If there was like, hey, listen, this is an issue for me. I don't like this. All right, cool. It stopped, and that was it. Now, in other relationships, that's not the case, right? Because sometimes things go not spoken or unspoken, and then it builds up, right? I did 6 different things that I didn't know you can tolerate, but by the 6th one, you done went off. And now it's an argument because these things weren't communicated prior.
You know what? And this is actually what I said earlier. I think that I won't say all at all, but I would say a lot of women really try to avoid addressing every little thing that happens because we ultimately are trying to avoid being a nag.
Yeah.
Like I mean, you can speak for whatever, or even like speak for your experience, like seeing your mom and your sisters or whatever with your dad. But like even myself, I let things go. I be like, and I do this to like calm me down. No. I literally like tap in the middle of my head to like calm me down. I'd be like, it's not that important. Don't worry. Walk away. But then there are other things where I'm like, I don't know who you thought you was messing with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so something has to be said. But I think because that persona of being a nag, we don't want that associated with us. So I in my opinion, I think that women try to avoid bringing up every single thing, even if all those things really annoy us and really get on our nerves and really create work for us and really is a problem for us. We just be like, you know what?
But I
With
think
that being said, with that being said, if you think about everything that you're storing away and you're only saying one thing, do you really like this person?
that's what I'm trying to say. It's not a relationship that I feel like should be had. I do think you have to pick your battles. I'm not disagreeing. But when we're talking about, I don't know what the number is or the threshold is, but enough to make you explode, this is a person that you're forcing yourself to be with.
I don't think you're forcing yourself. I think because you have to think about, there are different challenges that come with different parts of a relationship. So when you're just dating, you got your own house, he got his own house, you got your own house. There are certain things that don't even exist as far as conflict or as far as like, oh, well, I ain't like that. But once you start sharing a space, once you start sharing bills, once you start sharing obligations to children, animals, parents, loans, all of that, things change because the way you look at those things are very different. So I think when you are just dating, circumstances are different. But then when you join, like really join a life with somebody, you, again, I think women are very much concerned with not being a nag and picking the most important of the things that get on our nerves versus like bringing up every single thing. Because I'm gonna be honest, I think that men equally have stuff that get on y'all's nerves. Equally have, but
We just handle it differently, you mean?
you crazy. No, I think men have things that y'all want to say, but y'all
Can't.
Just don't want to come off as bitches.
Wrong.
You just or assholes.
No, you just want to, you be like, whatever. I'm not even finna,
Or we can't say it
why can't you?
because we get our repercussions, I'm gonna make sure I'm saying it right.
Webster.
The repercussions.
Repercussion. That boy said repercussions.
Crustacean. You goddamn crab.
The repercussions are way different for like when we,
Or nags, yeah.
not nags, but when we, like how y'all want to call a name, y'all quickly say, this motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. Let us be like, this bitch here to your face. Now it's a whole different ball game. We can't
Your
do that.
mama.
I didn't even call you a bitch. You said play with my mama.
I'm just saying, like, play with your mama, not me.
That's what I'm saying. But you can call us all types of this, that, and the
I
third.
don't.
That doesn't happen to me.
I don't.
I don't play that call.
Yeah, I don't play those games. Yeah.
You call me out of my name. This has gone so far to a next level where I don't think it's about but the problem is that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, fighting a battle is the issue. Picking your battle and fighting a battle is entirely different. Because I can pick a battle, I can address this, and I can address it level-headed, I can address it calm, and I can address it in a way where I need to, well, if I'm in a relationship with you, I would hope I know how to communicate with you for you to be able to receive the issue that is, that has surfaced. Now, when I'm fighting battles, I don't care if you pick 1 or you pick 100. You're still fucking fighting, and I don't want to fight, right? So, and I think at some point, and I can't speak for women, but for men, if I've been with you for 15 years and you fought, 30 battles, it's only 2 battles a year. That's light. But I fought those battles. Really, there was 30 wars. They weren't even battles. It was wars. We was beefing. I really didn't like you while we were having this, this problem in our relationship, and they weren't small. So when you learn how to actually communicate with your partner and make it a battle or less, and instead of fighting it, you just address it, then I feel like it's different. You know what I mean? And I can't speak. I only had 4 relationships, serious relationship that lasted over 2 years in my life, right? There's only been one that had 100% clear communication. And I blame myself because I didn't fight the battle, or I didn't pick the battles and address the battles early in my relationship. It took me 3 months of, hey, listen, basically we kind of came up with a rule book, like subconsciously, of what our partner doesn't like and does like, right? And when you actually care about your partner, you understand, okay, these things are all the things that they don't like, and these are all the things that he knows that I don't like, or vice versa, then you can actually start to complement each other. Right? But when we don't do all of that, we don't take the time to learn how to talk to each other. I don't take the time to learn what bothers you, what triggers you, and vice versa. And then you sit here and you hold on to something that really got under your skin for 3 weeks, but you don't want to feel like you're complaining too much. It's just going to be a bigger complaint at the end of the day, and a bigger fight. That's going to be a war.
So we're talking about conflict resolution, basically. Like, if one partner is not good at conflict resolution, I don't know why I'm stuttering.
Because you want it to be Webster.
Conflict.
He added another syllable in letter.
He said kalalapin.
What's I take on this show?
You started it.
No, but I'm honest.
I'm giving you your
I like how you just be quiet.
No, I'm quiet. I'm letting you rock.
Yeah, she did.
I'm letting you rock.
Too much or too many's, and then I'd be like, and then I let it go. Me and her.
See? You picking your battles.
I'm picking my battles.
Okay. Love that. You know what it is.
I think we're talking about conflict resolution, and like if one partner is better at it than the other, then could the other partner,
That's the question.
could the other partner that's not as good as conflict resolution start to resent that partner always has their shit together and always knows how to just compartmentalize things and say, this is what we should do, this is a solution. So I feel like in relationships, sometimes your partner isn't looking for a solution. They're just looking to just dump stuff out. And I have to say, yo, this is what we should do. But you just want to keep going. And it's just going to keep going. So this is what we should do. This is the solution. It's not a war zone because.
No, it's not. It's 10,000 hours
It's really
that came down to the last 15 minutes. A great man named Richard once told me.
Oh, Sage?
Once told me, or maybe it might have been Alan, one of them niggas.
One of them brothers.
You don't smell the food until the last 15 minutes, right? Which is a beautiful thing,
They might not know how to cook.
right?
Oh, no.
Because like basically in the last 15 minutes is when the food is pretty much done, right? Everything is kind of being prepared, et cetera, et cetera. But the same thing happens with the destruction of relationships. It was 15 minutes of me being late this time. But bro, you've been late 15,000 times in 10 years. And that you've been late 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And it's like, it was always little and minute to you, but now this one moment that this person does or this woman does not want to be late to, that means a lot to her, you are still fucking up.
But that's why you don't get to call out somebody else's stuff when you have also done that stuff. You literally just proved my initial point.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? My mom is a person who's late. I fucking hate it. If you like honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, cat's out the bag. Amanda used to get underneath my fucking skin. Right?
I'm literally about to tell Amanda was like, I know he's gonna say shit.
To a point, I'm big on time, right? I'm so big on time,
late.
right? But I
You
understand.
talking about your mom though.
But I get it. But
Yeah. Talk about your mama. Not Amanda. Dang.
the thing is, my mom knows I hate that, right? I was late, you know what I'm saying? When I was underneath her care, late to my basketball practice, but I understood why I was late. She was working 3-4 jobs, mad shit, right? But I hate being late. So if you're late to something of mine, I'm going to be highly upset. But if you're a person that don't care about being late and I'm late to yours, right, it's not going to be a problem. So now what happens is if you
got that.
I get this.
Like,
Point.
I'm
at this point.
I'm actually okay with this one.
So now if I'm late to your event and you don't say anything to me, and then you come late to my event, I'm like, yo, listen, I don't want no one late at any of my events.
Wait, I'd be like, are you Caribbean or African?
Well, technically I'm both. Well,
I'm just saying, like, well, it's in your blood. Like, you know how
my mom, my grandfather's from DR. That's Caribbean.
No, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I don't really do time.
That my mother
That's
don't do.
why his mom.
My mom don't do fucking time.
Right. Your mama was like, we'll get there.
And I would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? That shit says 12. Why are we here at 1:30? Like, I didn't get it.
That's some
Shit is ending.
What was the occasion?
It didn't even matter. She was late to everything, right? She's still late to this day. Like, it's just like, she's just a late person. But I'm saying that to say if I don't
Yes, I gotta be.
if I don't communicate it and I allow it to go, and then, or if they don't communicate it, right, and then they do it to me, and I'm vocal about it, they can't be like, well, you was late to my event. Like, first of all, you didn't tell me that it was a problem, and I'm sorry that I was, right? But I'm telling you that this doesn't work for me.
This is an anomaly.
No, it's not. This is a lot of situations.
No, because I agree. I actually agree with this.
Okay, but it's
By the way, my party
like-
is
oh, wait.
on June 22nd at 3 p.m.
I'm gonna let you know, baby. I'm not gonna be there on time.
I was about to say,
So you know,
that's
right
all right.
now.
it's a party. I'm coming 2 hours late.
But that was my thing,
If
right?
the party starts at
No,
3,
I'm
I'm be there
an
at
hour.
5.
I'm not mad at that,
A
but
party, I'm come 2 hours. But if it's a dinner,
she's
you
Jamaican.
gotta come on time.
she don't even claim.
Right. Yeah, you're right. It depends on what the occasion is.
That's a Brooklyn because you know my ass not gonna be on time.
No, Amanda is asleep.
But the thing is too and that's my problem because oftentimes I feel like we just allow things to fester up. You know what I mean?
do.
And it's like I don't want to be problematic for this person. I know that they dealing with life like I'm dealing with life. So we try to add to our baggage of weight of things to carry, and then we don't realize that whenever we decide to unload on that person, we're unloading everything. We're unloading 2 years of a struggle. You were unloading 2 years of frustration, and it was only 15 minutes this time. But they got a 1,000-hour ass whooping just now. You know what I'm saying?
That's how remember that divorce guy? I think I sent it to the group the other day. But he was saying like that's how the breakdown of relationships happen. It's like, they say like a 1,000 tiny cuts. I think that's the term.
Yep.
It's not one thing. It's just incremental, very small, very incremental, just over and over and over and over. And it's never addressed. It's never fixed. It's never remedied. Like it just keeps going. And that is the breakdown. Because you get so far out or far gone. It's like now we just in 2 totally different places. That's exactly what it is.
I fucking hate you. That's what it is. 1,000 tiny cuts, my nigga. I feel it because it's deep.
I actually
got deeper and deeper and deeper. Remember like Charlie Horses back in the day? You just punch the same spot. You don't even have to punch hard. You punch the same spot, 20 times, 10 times. Next thing you know, you got a dead leg or a dead arm.
Wait,
right? A Charlie horse. No,
It's not. You get them when you sleep.
I was about to say I get them all the
Well,
time.
they say if you take somebody's arm, I'm not gonna punch you. Or if you took her arm and let's say you just punched her in the arm right here, just like mad times. Like
You get one?
You'll get a dead arm easily.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, and it's not like you're not unloading. You're just punching like with just enough force.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Over and over.
Over and over, you're gonna get a dead arm or a dead leg, right? So it's the same thing. It hurts the same as if I just had a whole dead arm. You know, if you do it enough times, and I think that we take little jabs at each other and we don't take the time to heal. You know what I'm saying? We don't take the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I'm just saying.
take little jabs at each other.
Yeah.
No, little jabs. Like, look, actually little.
Y'all be doing.
Now, y'all, I'm here. You've called me every name in the book so far.
No, you have the book. Sometimes we think that our partner is strong enough to take the punches of our relationship, but really they have a glass jaw. So you think that this little action that you're going to do isn't going to break them down, but that little action that you can do are going to break them down, and it's going to take forever if you are even able to put back together the glass. And that's the thing. So what happens is we sit here and then, you know, we don't even know that they're broken because they don't even communicate it. And then once they start to do something to us and we address it, we now start to see how broken they are. That's why I don't believe in picking your battles. I believe in addressing your situations and not making it a battle. Like, why can't you do that?
I wouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to battle. Just speak about shit. It's very simple. And if you can't speak about shit, then that's not the person for you. I don't care who they are. One thing that triggers me in an argument is when I have to repeat myself on a situation that we already spoke about, right? If I've already told you what I don't like, or I've already told you what situation
Why do I have
doesn't
to
work
say
for
this
me,
shit a second time?
and you do it again, do you need medication?
I really support Rico on this.
Can I get an amen?
I really support Rico on this.
There should not be a.
I don't want him saying it a second time.
Yeah, like why? Like why are we here again?
I be saying,
you're
I be
crazy.
saying,
Why
I sound like a parrot? I look like a parrot to you?
Nah, Erin is scaring me. Actually,
Nigga said Romeo want a cracker.
I be like, I didn't say that. You heard what I said. I'm not a parrot. I'm not a bird. I don't have feathers. You heard what I said.
oh,
That's how you. That's your response.
actually,
Oh,
in your head. Okay, okay.
What's up? What happened
Romeo
to that
in his
boy?
head, that boy is a championship fighter.
Like, real talk, that's the walk up the steps.
Oh no, I know.
Oh, that's me walking
I know.
away.
Oh.
And then that's the other person saying,
Everything is played out in my head.
I need to,
No, I get it.
just get some air. I need my own space. Because if I don't have
Because
my
you don't want me to talk.
Right.
No, react, not talk.
Yeah, there's react. Yeah.
You don't want me to
I
react.
always say, because I'm going to say some shit that I got to say sorry for, and I don't want to say sorry. Let me just get my little bit of time.
Yep.
Little bit of
What if she's like, no, follows you up the steps?
That's
I'm
not.
like, man, if you don't get on my face.
I learned that's not healthy because I watched 300, and you can make this little move and kick him right under my.
Honestly, I'd be like, man,
I watched 300.
Right to the chest. They go, oh.
This is a little more.
It's all like this. They grab air.
Now you see flashing lights. It comes to something else. It's like, oh,
Flashing lights at the night.
it never happened. I didn't abuse nobody, but I be thinking about it. Like,
no. But you know what? I'll tell you this. Like,
That's fair.
like getting older and like, 'cause I used to be a very reactionary person. Like, it wasn't between what somebody said something stupid to me and like my response. There was no lag time.
Mm.
It was literally they said something, I responded.
boom.
So yeah. So as I got older, the whole situation plays out within my 2 or 3 seconds, and then I respond, or I simply don't respond, and I'll deal with it later. But
Dismiss it.
it's no, I have to
All right.
process it to
Gotcha.
determine like how I'm gonna react
That's
to
it,
it, or address it. Sorry.
So this is what the 2 seconds looks like. 1, 2.
I mean, you know what? It might. First of all, it might.
My superpower is walking
Yeah,
away.
right.
Literally, it be the head nod. I'd be like,
No, but Amanda, it like that.
I got
it took me
to.
a while
He's practicing.
for me to get
it
to
be
a
the
head nod.
pierced lips and the head nod.
It took me a while to get to a head nod. Like, that was just not me because and even to this day, certain things like, you have certain things that are your like hard liner, no, like it's just nah. That like disrespect,
Like, you bugging.
no.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Something else you might be able to get away with it. But like watch your mouth.
Facts.
Mouth with an F, like when you talk to me, you know. But you realize, like, I don't even really be in the comments no more. But when I used to be in the comments,
She love it.
no, it was always about like, you don't know me, so don't disrespect me. You can have your little opinion, but don't disrespect me. Like for me, disrespect is like the
Top.
like, yeah, you can't, you know. But at one point, I didn't have that gap. There's probably a scientific name for it, but I didn't have that gap between
Emotional filter.
okay, that when it happens to what my response is, you know. And sometimes the response is like, oh, okay.
She said there was no lag time. I like that.
It was
I said
zero.
there's still no lag time. It's just like no.
I needed real
I need the lag
talk, I
time.
needed the lag time because
It
I
don't
was
be my mouth that be wanting to pop off. It be the hands.
oh wow, it's my mouth.
That's the thing, and that's my issue, right? Like I go to that part.
Oh no, sorry, no, I'm not. No,
That's why I have to.
because
I
then
can't argue.
then what?
I was never
That's why I had
like
to
my
do
thing is
that.
I can argue, but once I get to a point where I'm raising my voice to,
Yes,
I can't like
Yes.
I can't bottle up frustration. I can't verbalize frustration that well, and then I react to, and then I'm like, oh shit, all right, now you see flashing lights, and then,
it's like when people black out.
yeah,
like,
that's really
Yes,
that's why I try not to get to that point, but. And I actually told my friend, I said, I thought that I was really good at dealing with issues. I'm talking about like hood issues, right? But I realized that I'm not. That's why I just removed myself. Like I thought that like I could be around something and not react or respond, but I can't. I'm not as, I guess, self-disciplined as I thought I was. And because I know I'm not self-disciplined like that, I just won't be a
Yeah.
part, right? Yeah, but like that just is anything. Like it could be a McDonald's worker.
Yeah.
I'm snapping cause like, and the thing is, I actually twitch first. I'm like, nigga, what? Like then it's like,
I think when you process too, and like people, because everything's on my face. Like my girl told me all the time, she'll look at my face and be like, I know you're mad.
that would piss me off.
Well, I know you mad.
But then fix it.
For what?
What you gonna do, nigga?
Right, yeah, exactly. Like
Swim.
So then I think people take that for
do something.
they
Do
take that for
something.
granted that like you're able to process that because they want that reaction immediately.
Yeah.
They want to get that out of you. So like when you don't react immediately, I think that makes them more upset. And then it's just you
Sure
have to
does.
be the bigger person. And sometimes it's so hard to be the bigger person. And then the fact that you're the bigger person, you're wrong for being the bigger person because now you're not talking to them because now you're the bigger person. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I be trying to hold it in, man.
And then he started talking about 300 and shit.
My vein come out is over.
When somebody poke my head, fuck their dreams.
That's assault, though.
Fuck their dreams.
I mean, I'm sorry. That's battery. I'm sorry. That's a battery.
Mine is the hands.
Well, Aaron, but the thing is, Aaron knows better. I'm assaulting.
You need to not make decisions at the height of your emotions.
Yeah.
Like that's the key.
You gotta figure out how to let it come down and then like look at it from all the angles.
Yeah, think logically.
And think long term because right now you're just. I think the first 5 minutes of anything is the worst. I be saying it all the time. Anytime you hear bad news, the first 5 minutes is terrible. You let that shit go 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You're starting to process it. You kind of figure it out and be like, all right, I know how to get through this. I know what to do. I know where it's going. I've been here before. It's like you're using logic now. Like the first.
They kill Pookie though.
That's not my first time.
I'm just saying, like they kill Pookie. Oh, they kill Pookie. 15 minutes. I think I'm gonna feel the same way.
Yeah, they gotta die.
Yeah. I'm just
You
saying.
have to die in 15 minutes.
I don't know.
20
What about the other side of things where the people that
hour.
who have
25.
like sometimes no reaction I think is bad too, or reacting in a like because sometimes when you don't react to it, and I'm not saying make a fool out of yourself, but when you don't react with a level of severity, it's hard for people to understand how important what just transpired is to that other person.
Yep.
That's true.
So if you don't react, like sometimes you gotta bug out 1 or 2 times so they know like whatever they're doing is not to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I just said, hey, I would like it if you don't do that again, they might do it again. Like you know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're dealing with.
You gotta show them that side of you so they can never want to see that shit again.
Yeah, like I think people need to
I
know
think
what
so.
you're willing to do. and it doesn't sound good, but they got to know that you're willing to take it to that 10th power.
Break something, maybe.
That's dangerous, though.
I'm not saying break something. I'm just saying, like, you know, girls do it. Like, women would do, like, nigga, I would divorce you. Nigga, like, hold up, time out. We process what the fuck is on. Nah, alimony. I don't think I want that. Kids. Nah, we gotta figure this out. So now he'll start to get his shit right. And I think that we do need to know. I think the worst case scenario in our relationships because
Good point.
Because if you don't, I think that consequence makes us value things differently.
We talked about this.
Did we?
Yeah.
Might have.
I feel like deja vu. We talked about this, not like
On the boat, y'all rolling out with me?
possibly.
No, if you see, like, it depends on the dude, but for Rome, it might be different. But for me, if my girl came to me and said she just saw a divorce attorney, I don't give a fuck to fix nothing. Like, to me, you've already made a decision because you've taken that step. Like, you can tell me about it. Now, I'm not the type of person you're going to have to tell me 2 times. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? If you told me once and then you went the second time, I know it's there, right? So,
I don't need no miracle here, baby. I
yeah,
get all of it.
that's it. Let me start preparing now. Yo, can I sell this shit to you and sell this shit to you? Like,
Well, at that point,
yeah,
it ain't gonna work.
yeah, you know, I'm trying to figure some shit out. It's too late at that point.
Right.
Yeah. What do you do better than anyone else? This is whack.
Okay. Sorry.
Fuck that shit.
We just
Use the one you was gonna
yeah,
use.
do what you were gonna do.
Rome, what's at the top of your bucket list, and how will you make it happen?
That's a good question.
Thank you, guys. You see, if you just follow the journey, we get there.
Top of my bucket list is retiring early, and I plan on making it happen by continuing to be consistent.
What is early? What age is early?
I want to retire by the time I'm 50. So like within the next
2 years?
years.
I got you.
He did that to play you, and you fell right into
First of all, I didn't know his answer was retirement. That's not. I didn't do that. Like,
No, but
Bro,
I'm just. I'm not in this.
got you. Don't worry.
we can wrap it up.
You all right?
Let's go, y'all.
That's the end of it. That's the end of it. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Like my daddy always say, keep living. Keep living. Like,
Dream on.
we trying to get to where he is, you know.
Thanks.
Anyway.
Feeling like that.
I feel
I wasn't trying to be funny.
another 20 years.
Y'all were on this call.
To be continued on the next episode of 8 at the Table. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. New episodes every Thursday and Sundays. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.